Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be filming my March 2022 DVD Blu-ray 4K update. Now I'm going to be doing this one a little bit differently because I never filmed a collection video in January because I was not really feeling inspired to film YouTube videos, and so I never did an update, but I got a lot of stuff in January, and obviously I filmed my February haul already. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to film what I got in March, and then I will sort of do an additional part to my March haul, just so like I've hauled everything that I've gotten, and yeah, because I think this will probably be my last major update for at least a few months, because I really need to focus on not spending so much money and also watching everything that I buy. So yeah, I've got enough to keep me going for a while, but yeah, I think this will probably be my last haul for at least a couple of months, but yeah, but I'll do the March actual stuff I actually bought in March, and then we'll sort of backtrack to January, because January was insane. So January will be like a March part 2, but I did actually buy stuff in March. But anyway, I will quickly get into what I got in March, because I decided to take advantage of some sales, and also because February kind of ended up being a really bad month, so I bought some things. So but yeah, but I think looking at this stack here, it's like, compared to my usual amount that I have been getting lately, it's actually not that big. But I'll just quickly go through what I got, starting with the movies, and I'll go through some special editions that I've picked up. So I've actually got 2 Masters of Cinema movies. I've never gotten Masters of Cinema before, but I was on Zavi Australia and I was searching through like the movies, and I decided to get a couple because those sort of titles I was interested in. One I've actually seen, but one I've never seen before. And the first one is, and it's number 70 in the line, Nosferatu. I've never seen this before, but I know it's like a like one of the oldest vampire, or the oldest vampire movie. So I'm very curious to check this one out. And then the one I have seen, and I remember really enjoying this when I watched it a few years ago, The African Queen. And that was Spy number 218. And then I got another Criterion and another film I haven't seen before, but one I've heard a lot of things about, and that is Night of the Living Dead. So I think this is by number 909, because I've only gotten a couple of Criterion editions, so sort of adding to the collection. I mean, I'm not like actively trying to collect Criterions, but it's like if I sort of stumble upon them and it's like at a decent price, I'll place it in the order. So, but yeah, I have Night of the Living Dead. And then we have some steelbooks. I got 3 this month. First one that I picked up was Dune from last year. This has been my most anticipated movie for the last 2 years, I feel like, and yeah, finally got to see it. I really enjoyed this adaptation. I know it's only covers like the first, is it not even the first half of the book? Because I know if you haven't read the book, it'll seem like a really random cut-off point where they filmed it, like filmed up to, but I really like this adaptation. I really need to revisit the 1984 film as well, because that's sort of what inspired me to actually read the book, and that's like one of my favourite books that I've ever read. The first Dune. I haven't really liked the sequels all that much, but I want to really reread this, like the first book, and then attempt all the sequels again. So I think I've only read up to God Emperor of June, so yeah, I've got a lot to read still in that series. But going back to the film June, I saw this at the cinema, really enjoyed it, and yeah, wanted to pick it up on Steelbook, so there we go. That is June, after that really random spiel. But again, I'm filming this after like, I've been at work this morning, and yeah, apparently it's a thing now, so just sort of bear with me as I sort of get back into filming and stuff. But anyway, the next Steelbook I picked up was The Kinsman, another film that I've seen, and I actually did see this one at the cinema, and I really enjoyed this, especially like as a prequel story to the Kinsman film, so be very sort of interested to see where they take the franchise, especially like where everything got set up and left off. And yeah, but overall really a solid entry in the franchise. And yeah, I've got the Steelbook edition, so and then we have, well, this is sort of going against my rule about double dipping, because I really don't want to get into that habit, because it's sort of one of those sins where I'm like, no, you've already got one copy of a movie, you don't need multiple copies. I've been seeing the Steelbook going around in different videos, and I was like, I really want it, and it's one of my favourite movies. It was in stock on Zabi, so I got Avengers, the 2012 film. Well, in the UK it's called Avengers Assemble, but I really wanted the Steelbook, so at least from the Mondo line, because I think I know there's been obviously a few different Steelbooks, but I really wanted this one because it's like, you've got the slipcover and the Tesseract is glowing. You take it off and not glowing, and Iron Man's on the back there. But yeah, I really like the detail, especially like with Loki on the cover, so yeah. Because I think I said it in last month's video, update, I wasn't going to, or was it in the one before? Because I was like, because I know I actually do have a couple of duplicates now of the Avenger films where I bought the Steelbook, but I'm not actively looking for all of them, because a lot of them are ridiculously out of print and also ridiculously expensive, so I'm fine with just having the first Avengers one, just because the nostalgia and the memories of that time, like seeing it at the cinema. And yeah, now I have it in Steelbook form, so there you go. And now I'm just going to quickly go through the stack of normal movies that I have. The first 5 are actually ones I placed an online order for CEX, and because I visited the store when I was in Wollongong, and I really thought it would be kind of fun to try and see what out of print titles that I could find, and I actually managed to get a couple. So there are, I think only one of them I have seen before, and yeah. The first 2 that I got was kind of like a tie-in series, and that is Flags of Our Fathers and Letters from Iwo Jima. I've heard a lot about these movies. I've been meaning to check them out, but I've just never, like, it's not real, it hasn't really been a title, there we go, English, that I sort of gravitated towards, like, when I happen to see it in stores. And yeah, these ones are out of print, at least here in Australia. So I was sort of browsing online, and on the store, and yeah, they were in stock, so I thought, you know what, I will order them, see what I think. And yeah, I don't think I paid a huge amount for these, like being second hand, but we'll see. So that's Flags of Our Fathers and Letters from Iwo Jima. And this one did cost a little bit more money for being second hand, but I think all of these movies, with the exception of the newer ones, are really out of print, and yeah, it's kind of hard to find on Blu-ray, or at least it seems that way in Australia. but I found the original Halloween online, so I snapped that up straight away. So this one I have seen. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I thought, you know what, I really want this one in my collection, so and for a chance to revisit it, so I have Halloween 1978. And again, these are more random purchases, but I got the sequel to the original film in this franchise, and I think the rest of the sequels are out of print, so I found these online as well, and I got Jaws 3 and Jaws the Revenge. I know they're not held in the highest regard. Jaws the Revenge, I haven't heard a single good thing about this movie, but I'm mostly curious to check them out, and again, I didn't pay a lot of money for them, so I do have all 4 Jaws films now, so I may do a Jaws marathon in the future, so there we go, Jaws 3 and The Revenge. And then Sanity had a sale, and it was like 2 for $20, so I picked up Red Eye with Rachel McAdams. I remember hearing about this from the film community back in the day. Someone had this in their video, like they hauled it, and the premise just sounded interesting from what I remember. And yeah, it was kind of like one of those films to like sort of check out, and yeah, it was in stock online, so I decided, you know, for $10 to give this a chance. So Red Eye. And I missed out on seeing this film in the cinema, but I did pick up Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. I know this movie has gotten pretty bad reviews, but I still want to see it, and I want to do a rewatch of all the Resident Evil films, or at least the live action Resident Evil films that I own, before I get to this one, because I know that this is like more of a reboot. It's not directly connected to the other films, but I sort of want to revisit the Resident Evil franchise, because it's been a few years since I've last watched them, I think, so but yeah, I did pick up the newest Resident Evil film, and this was a reacquisition because I used to have it, and yeah, in my whole I want to be a minimalist phase that lasted for like, I don't think even a month in 2016, I got rid of the case for this movie, and yeah, I don't have that disc anymore, so I went and got Sabrina back in the collection, so another Audrey Hepburn film. I have seen this, but it's been a few years, so I need to give this a rewatch. And then I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I bought these, because yeah, I know that it's like I'm super late to this franchise, and I know its reputation, but I'm kind of obsessed with Batman and Robert Pattinson at the moment, so I got Twilight Breaking Dawn Parts 1 and Part 2, because I have the first 3 films, and I've only seen the first 2, but these were in store at JB, and I just seen, I think I'd just seen it, or I was about to see, no, it was before I went to see Batman in 4DX, which was an experience, I will say, and yeah, I found these and I got them, so I'm just not going to say anything else about that, but yes, the Batman obsession is real right now, and yeah, sort of getting into Robert Pattinson's other films, so I got Twilight. Well, like, I finished off my Twilight collection. But anyway, moving on to the TV shows that I picked up, because I know I said I was like trying to cut back on the TV shows, but TV shows are my weakness, and there were sales, and yeah, I couldn't help myself. But compared, you'll see in when I do get around to filming and uploading the stuff I got in January, you'll sort of see why I've sort of slowed down with the TV show buying, because there was a lot in January. So, but some of that was holdover from Christmas, like stuff I ordered and then it toned up. But yeah. Anyway, I picked up the Blacklist season 8, so I have seasons 1 to 8 in the collection. Season 9 is airing right now, and it did get renewed for season 10, so which I'm a couple of episodes behind on season 9, which seems to be a never-ending story. It's like I get caught up and then I fall behind again. So, but yeah, I still enjoyed the Blacklist. It's not like one of my absolute favorite go-to shows, but I'm mostly in it still for James Spader. So, even though I can't really say that because it's like, I used to be the same when I say, oh, I'm watching NCIS until Mark Harmon leaves or it ends, and I'm still watching NCIS, so it's, yeah, same thing would probably happen with the Blacklist if they continued on without James Spader, but we'll see. But I did pick up season 8 for the collection, so... And then I decided to try getting this show back in the collection, even though, I stopped watching after season 5 because it was, again, in my, the TV slump of, I think it was 2016, 2017. I just didn't get caught up, like, start watching season 6. So, that is Homeland. I used to have Homeland season 1, but then I sold it. And, oh, actually that's season 2, sorry. Homeland season 1, and then I picked up Homeland season 2. So, they're in sort of the show that's sort of back in my collection, because I would like my TV show collection to sort of be how it was before I had to sell a lot of my DVDs and stuff. I'm mostly got it back to where it was, but I do still have a few gaps to fill in. One of them is Law and Order SVU. I picked up season 6 because I know I used to have up to season 10, and yeah, I haven't watched any of the DVDs that I've picked up of this because at the moment I'm making my way through the Chicago shows, and I need to sit down and watch Chicago PD season 2 because that's because I'm trying to alternate with that and Chicago Fire, but you know, finding energy and time to watch TV shows is a bit of a struggle at the moment because, yeah. But I did pick up season 6 of Law and Order SVU. And then another show that I completely fell behind on, and I decided just to go ahead and pick up NCIS New Orleans, the final season. I stopped watching in season 4 because, again, that was sort of the TV slump, or one of the major TV slumps that I had. And I never got back into the show, but it's probably when I'll have to start from the beginning again whenever I get round to it. But I've got all the seasons now, so NCIS season 7, and then a couple of new additions to my DC TV shows, even though one of them's not really connected to this one's an animated show, but it's still Batman related. It's Batman the Complete Series. So this is like his early years, I believe, so it's sort of taking, I think this sort of, I don't know if it's actually connected to the Batman the Animated TV show, but I think this is like a few years before, or like when he's sort of just starting out. But yeah, I'm always up for new Batman related media, so I picked this one up for the collection. And then I also got Batwoman season 2. I enjoyed this season, surprisingly, which I didn't think I was going to, because I actually really liked Ruby Rose as Kate Kane. I understand why she left in all the behind-the-scenes dramas that's gone on with the show. But I liked Ryan. I liked the new actress in, like, her take on the Batwoman character. And yeah, I haven't been watching season 3. I've like only just caught up on finishing season 7 of Legends of Tomorrow. That's how bad my TV watching has been lately. It's just been trying to catch up on shows, starting new shows. Yeah, and of course I buy new shows and it just adds to the cycle, but I do have Batwoman season 2 because I like collecting the Blu-rays for the superhero shows, because, you know, once upon a time I was, you know, caught up and watching week to week all the different Flurryverse shows, but maybe one day I'll get caught up again, but it's probably going to be a while. But yeah, so Batwoman season 2. And then last but certainly not least, I have a reacquisition to the collection because these were ones I had to sell. And I got The Walking Dead seasons 1 and seasons 2, the only seasons of this show that I have actually seen. I always start rewatching it and then I never go into season 3. I know the show's coming to an end, I'm pretty sure. Either, is it this year, the current season's the last one. But yeah, I was contemplating waiting for a big box set, but I don't really have the space, so I think I'll just pick up the individual releases as I see them. But yeah, maybe one day I will actually sit down and watch the show, or like make more progress on the show. So, and yeah, that is everything that I've picked up in March. As I said at the start, this will probably be my last haul for a while, because I'm hoping, I've got a few events coming up that I need to save money for, and I'm hoping to go to Supernova this year, so that's, at this point, that's in June, but we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, so I'm going to call it on the Blu-ray buying. I have pre-ordered a couple of things, but I think I'll just wait until I have enough to show. And also I will be filming the stuff I got in January as an additional part to my March haul, because I would like to show what I picked up, because I did pick up some pretty cool things. It's just, yeah, I haven't felt like filming, and yeah, so I'm trying to, as I said, just trying to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, that is everything that I've picked up in March. So until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!